Hello, everyone. I, Dr. Pooja Chawla, welcome you all for the dialogue series uh, held by IQAC cell of ISF College of Pharmacy, Moga. Today, we have Dr. Manisha Pandey as a speaker with us. Dr. Pandey is working as Assistant Professor in Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Central University of Haryana, Mahendragarh, India. Dr. Pandey has a rich 17 years of experience in academia and research. She has also served as a senior lecturer at International Medical University, Malaysia. She has more than 85 publications in reputed journals of international and national repute. So, without taking much time, I would like to invite Dr. Manisha to please start your lecture. And we are really thankful to you that you have accepted our invitation and you could spare your time for us. Thank you so much, Dr. Manisha.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pooja, for inviting me and giving me such opportunity to present or share the things what I know. So today I'm going to start with the circadian rhythm and chronotherapeutic drug delivery system. So first we will start with the introduction. Like whenever we are making any drug delivery system, first we have to see for which disease. After seeing the disease, we have to identify the target. After identifying the target, we are making a drug candidate. When the drug is ready, then we have to make a proper doses form for that drug candidate, and then it will go for the dose administration uh, in a particular patient. Okay, so let me take a laser point. Okay, so when the patient will take the dose from a particular route of administration, then that drug will go for the pharmacokinetic profile, that is ADME. Then after that it will exert its pharmacological action, which can be seen by pharmacodynamics. So this is the simple therapeutic process when we are taking any drug. So why we have tell this one? Because as we can see in this picture, everything having a circadian rhythm means there is a natural oscillation that repeat roughly every 24 hours. So why it is important? Because our biological clock help us to regulate sleep, feeding behavior, hormone release, blood pressure, and body temperature. So there is some diseases who is also following the circadian rhythm, and the onset of disease is at selected time. As you can see in this figure, the take an example like cardiovascular episodes usually it occur in the morning time, and symptoms, or you can say the aggravation of peptic ulcer usually occur in a night time. So when some of the diseases they are following circadian rhythm, then why we have to follow the therapeutic drug delivery system or a continuous release. So here I'm talking about the chronopharmacotherapeutics. It is very important for us to understand like body respond to the treatment differently at different time period if the disease having a circadian rhythm. So according to the disease circadian rhythm, we have to follow the dosing frequency, because it will affect the pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic interaction of the drug when we are giving it at a different time interval. So the chronopharmacology is a discipline that investigate the effect of drug as a function of biological time. So before we will go for the chronopharmacotherapy and drug delivery system, first start with a scratch. What is drug delivery system? So when we are defining the drug delivery system, that is a system that deliver the drug to produce a desired therapeutic action, and it will release the drug at the particular site of action. So when we are going to the market for taking many formulations like pharmaceutical formulation, we will find like a tablet, capsule, emulsion, suspension, solutions, injections, etc. So these formulation we categorize as a conventional drug delivery system. That are the classical method of drug delivery system which deliver the drug into the body. So what is the need? When now you can see when you are taking a tablet, along with the conventional tablet there is some tablet is written XR, ER, SR. So that tablets are either a sustained release or a controlled release. Now the question is why we need a modified release formulation. So as we can see in the plasma drug concentration curve, when we are taking a conventional tablets, we have to take many times means the frequency will be more, and every time when the patient is taking the tablet there is a fluctuation in plasma drug concentration. Okay, so what is the problem with this? The problem is the poor patient compliance. Second one, there is a fluctuation as we have seen in the previous slide, and this fluctuation may cause either under medication or over medication. So what is the you can say how to overcome this setback? To overcome this setback, we have a tablets only, but the release profile is different, means they have a modified release tablet. So we can categorize as extended release, control release, delayed release, pulsatile, and immediate release tablet, because here we are talking about a chronopharmacotherapy drug delivery system. So I'm not going to explain each and every type of modified release. Here we are just seeing like a pulsatile drug delivery system, which is widely used for the uh, uh, in this system. Okay, now the question is, whenever we are saying okay we are making a this tablet and this different type of tablet, we have a modified release tablet, then what is the rationale behind it, why we are making or doing this formulation design? So whenever we are doing this formulation design, always our motto is to improve the viability of that drug and to enhance the therapeutic outcome. So sometimes there is a problem with the absorption, or sometimes there is a problem like drug will accumulate or it's a off target release. So to avoid these type of setback, we have to do the formulation design. So here I'm going to tell like how we are modifying the release pattern according to the need of particular disease or according to the need of the better therapeutic outcome. Now there is a target, like there is a one tablet which is giving frequently 3 to 4 times in a day, and uh, the goal is to maintain the concentration, a definite effective concentration in a plasma for at least for 12-hour time. So now the target is to maintain make a tablet whose frequency at least it will be 2 times a day rather than 4 times a day, and it will show the immediate response along with the effective, it will maintain the effective concentration up to 12 hours. So whenever this type of task will come, as a formulation scientist, what we are doing, we are making a tablet like a core layer loaded with a drug, and that will provide a sustained release, and the outer layer will be like a immediate release layer. So why there's a two layers? First, immediate release layer means it will release the drug and it will achieve the minimum effective concentration to exert a pharmacological response, and that concentration will be maintained by later that sustained release or control release layer in the core of the tablet. Now the case 2. In the case 2, they don't want a continuous release of the drug for a longer period of time. The target is to release the to design a drug like that it will, after eating, it will not release the drug at a particular time period, means it may be a 3 hours or 4 hours, it depends on the case to case. So when there we want a lag time, after that the drug should release immediately like a immediate release, then the you can see the coating should be like that, means we are coated the tablet with the polymer, and this coating, the polymer selection and thickness of the coating, we are deciding in such a way it will retain at least for 3 to 4 hours, and after that it will release the drug, as you can see in these pictures. Now we are talking about the case 3. Case 3 means we want the release of the drug quickly after eating. After 3 to 4 hours, again we want the release of the drug, means we don't want the continuous release of the drug, we want to release the drug at the particular time period, okay, with the reduced dosing frequency. So the concept, this case we have we can modify the tablet in this type, the core of the tablet having a drug, then the white, you can see the white layer, it's a drug free layer, means there is only polymeric layer, there is no drug inside. Then outer is the drug loaded layer. So this drug free layer, or you can say the polymeric layer, it will provide a lag time, means it will give a gap between the two doses. So this is also called like a pulsatile release, like a pulse, means the drug will release, then there is a no drug release, then again there after some time period there is a drug release. So these what the case I have discussed, the same case, the release pattern has been depicted in this graph. Now we will discuss about the pulsatile drug delivery system, which is used for the chronopharmacotherapy drug delivery system, and other drug delivery systems are also used, but I'm focusing on the pulsatile drug delivery system. Now the question is why. The question is why we need a pulsatile drug delivery system for chronopharmacotherapy or for the disease which is following the circadian rhythm. As I told earlier in the slide, like there is an episode of cardiac problems in early in the morning or asthmatic attack early in the morning. So we cannot say the patient like, okay, you get up early in the morning and take a tablet. It's not possible. Patient compliance will be very low because you want to make a higher concentration of drug at the time when there is a higher risk of that disease. So for that, for the increase the patient compliance and to release the drug at particular time, we have to design a drug delivery system which can release the drug at the time where it is a higher risk of that disease or the biomarker of that disease will be higher. So in that case, we are focusing on the pulsatile drug delivery system. As I told in the case 3, the drug will release, then there is a lag time, and then the second dose will release after few hours. So the few hours will be decided according to the formulation development, drug of choice, disease targeted. Okay, so that's why we are going to focus on a pulsatile control release system. Okay, as the name indicate, it will release the drug at like a pulse, means release, then lag time, then release. It is also known as the intelligent drug delivery system. Sometimes we can make a pulsatile drug delivery system triggered by in response to the physiological factors, means the drug will not release until that factor will go up. Okay, so so in this slide we want to say like that pulsatile drug delivery system, when the pulse after one pulse, when the drug will release, it can be released in a different pattern, means it can release whole drug at a one time, or it can release that drug in a like a sustained manner, or a slowly it will not release like all at once. So the pattern will be decided based on the need of that disease. Okay, so now we will talk about the different type of pulsatile drug delivery system. Here, the first one is the open loop. Open loop is, as you can see here, it's written externally regulated. Means we want to release the drug when we will give the trigger from the outside triggers. Means our external triggers mean it can be a electric field, it can be a magnetic field, or we can give a ultrasound rays. So we want to release the drug when we are sure like drug is reaches to the particular part and now it's ready to release the drug, especially in the case of the cytotoxic drug, because we don't want to release at the off target organs. Okay, second one is most preferably used, that is closed loop system. This closed loop system, as you can see here, it's written feedback information, means the drug will release based on the uh, particular biomarker or particular physiological molecule when it will go up and down. Okay, for example, I'll go like a glucose responsive insulin delivery. When the glucose level will go down, then only the device will release the insulin. You can see in a market there's a various sensitive insulin pump is there, that those working on this principle. Second one is most of the formulation you can see given by the oral drug delivery system is the pH responsive, means we want to release the drug at the particular part of the GI tract, we means we want to release at the colon, then we have to go for the pH responsive system or pH plus time responsive system. So the closed loop system, here we are not controlling the release from the external factor. The release will be controlled by the internal factor of the body. Okay, so we can modify or we can make the formulation according to the disease and what target we can choose, like which biomarker we can choose. So it will give the feedback and the drug will release. Okay, now the question is how we can make this uh, pulsatile drug delivery system. So we have a several strategies like a time control, internal stimuli, external stimuli. We can also go for the microparticulate system. Okay, micro or nanoparticulate system. So when we are talking about the micro and nano, so several studies you can find out, like they have done extensive research on a nano to treat the cancer or the other diseases. Okay, and other one, the PTDS also developed for various vaccine and hormones. I have given the example of the insulin. So how it will work, because there are so many systems, there are so many examples, so I'm not going to explain. I'm just going to concentrate on few of the system, that is called time control system. Okay, now the question is, when we are designing the time control system, it is like a system we are designing. Later, according to the need, we can put the drug inside. So system will be optimized. Then we can put the drug, and it will release according to the pattern of that doses form. So first one is, as you can see here, capsule based system. Okay, so this capsule based system, how it will work, you can see here the cap. This is the capsule, and the cap of the capsule is water soluble, and body of the capsule is water insoluble, and drug or the formulation is inside the capsule. So this drug formulation either can be a microparticle, nanoparticle, or drug particle itself. And then this capsule body is plugged with a hydrogen plug. So now whenever the patient will eat this capsule, what will happen? First, this the cap of this capsule will dissolve immediately. Okay, but the drug will not release. The reason is there is a plug here, which is closing the opening of the capsule body. So this plug is made up of hydrogen plug, as we sorry, hydrogel plug, and hydrogel have a tendency to absorb a water. When it will absorb a water, slowly it will soak the water, and it will, the size will be bigger and bigger. After some extent, when it will absorb a optimum quantity of water, the plug will come out. Okay, as it will come out, then our formulation will release, or you can say the drug will eject at the particular site. So what this plug is doing, this plug is giving the lag time for the formulation to release. Means if we want to skip the for example, stomach, we don't want to release the drug in the stomach, then this system is suitable. Or if we want to release the drug at the lower part of GI tract, then this system is also a beneficial. Now the second one is osmosis based system. Okay, as we can see here, osmosis based system, the bottom of that osmosis based system is filled with the osmogen. Okay, everybody, we all know like osmotic pressure and all, so I'm not going in that detail. So the lower part of this formulation, you can see it's made up of a semi permeable membrane, and that section is filled with the osmogens. Osmogens means it will absorb the water and swell. Over the osmogen compartment, there is a small piston, and over that there is a drug compartment. Means that we have filled the drug over here, and the top of the formulation there is a micropore. So what will happen? As the drug will be this system, or you can say capsule, will be eaten by the patient. Uh, then what will happen? Because in the stomach there is a aqueous media, then what will happen? The water will go inside, because from the semi permeable membrane, and this osmogen will start swelling at the controlled rate. When it will start swelling, then it will push the piston. When the piston will be pushed, it will also push the drug to come out from the millipore. So there will be a release of the drug on a controlled basis. So here will also, it will give a time control. How it will control the time? Because this osmogen will take a time to swell and push the piston. So it will take a time to swell the piston. It will give a lag time for the formulation. And last, I'm talking about the solubilization and erosion. So solubilization and erosion means we have a thick polymeric layer on the core of the tablet. As you can see, it's a erodible coating, but the erosion of that polymer will take a longer time. So that erosion will provide a lag time for the drug release, and then the drug will release at the particular site where we want. Okay, so this is the example of time control system. Okay, why I'm discussing this time control system, there is a lag time. For example, if patient having we want to release the drug for the patient who is having a asthma problem or who is having cardiac issues, we want to release the drug at the early in the morning when the drug concentration should be higher, when the disease parameters it at the higher level. So if the patient is eating the medication in night and we are giving the lag time of 4 to 6 hours, then what will happen after 4 to 6 hours, it will release early in the morning. So patient no need to take the medication early in the morning. Night, whatever medication he has eaten, the second dose will control means release after a particular lag time. So it will be like a pulsatile drug delivery system with which will help to treat the disease who is following a biological rhythm. Okay, now come to the last slide, that is a conclusion. Every formulation what we are designing, it having a scientific thought behind it. When we are making the formulation, there is a science and scientific thought. There is some you know design behind it, so it will give a maximum therapeutic outcome. In the case of chronopharmacotherapeutics, we are dealing with the like a time of formulation. When the formulation will be given at a particular time, then it will show the best result, because that disease is also following a biological or circadian rhythm. So it is very important, along with the dosing and dosing frequency, whenever we are focusing on such type of diseases, or whenever we are giving the formulation for such type of diseases, then along with the dose and dosing frequency, we also have to counsel the patient, like when we have to take the tablet. Okay. Why I'm saying this, because you have designed the tablet, the patient will take this tablet in a night time, then early morning he will get the benefit. But the the doctor has said, okay, you have to take this tablet once a day, but he haven't informed the patient you have to take the tablet in a night time. If the patient is taking the same tablet in the morning time, then he will not get the optimum result. So the concept, the science, whatever the formulation scientists or the pharmaceutical industries they are manufacturing, it should be reached toward the practitioner, and they or the pharmacist, so they can counsel the patient while giving this type of medication. So thank you so much for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Manisha. It was indeed a wonderful lecture, because I have heard about being a pharmaceutical chemistry person. I have heard about NDDS और बहुत सारे systems भी मैंने पढ़े हैं. But this pulsatile drug delivery system, and it was very interesting lecture. Thank you so much, ma'am, for considering us and for sparing your precious time. Now I invite Dr. GD Gupta to please say a few words.
So thank you very much, Dr. Manisha ji. So first of all, I welcome you from core of my hearts in the ISF dialogue series, and you have given very precious and important information. Nowadays, most of the scientists they are moving toward this is the personalized medicine. I know that this types of the drug delivery it was very popularized at the initial level, what only few doses form, and some of the scientists they have to the you can say left out. But nowadays again I hope that it will be the most useful, because we know that the our daily life and our biological clock, this is the very important for any disease. So as we know that this circadian rhythm, or you can say chromo pharmacotherapeutics, and number of the technology we have developed already in the pulse style drug delivery system, as you mentioned, each and everything very scientific and specific manner. So I hope that this types of the drug delivery now it will be very useful, and most of the scientists they can be moved toward this one or the potent and some of the disease which are the take the long time for the you can say treatment. So I hope that in the coming days this types of the things will be the very helpful. And I know that you are doing the excellent job, dynamic, dedicated scientist. So I hope you can do also and establish. I know this is the number of the books paper available, but I know that if you are doing the work on this delivery system, you can establish a particular lab in your university because you have lot of fund, lot of facilities in the central university, and you must know that because I not know that a one person who is the very well known one this types of the pulse style delivery person is the doing the work only especially on the pulse style delivery system. So I expect from your side, and you have given a very precious time to this ISF dialogue series. So thank you very much, and I am thankful to the ISF. This is the management as well as the ISF dialogue series and coordinator Dr. Pujaji for giving the opportunity to interact with you because one of the student also did the completed his PhD work in the pulse tide delivery system. Dr. Rahul Taneja ji, he selected this topic, but I feel that need a more work and need a very specified work for the personalized drug delivery system. Even that need to the hopeful. I hope that coming days it will be the very popularized because this is the direct applicable just like a conventional drug delivery system and easy and economic and stable dosage form. So thank you very much, madam.
Thank you so much thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. It's really inspiring for me, and I will try to do my best to serve the our Indian society as much I